Let's begin today's Vanguard news with more information about the latest season of Vanguard Divinez, which basically sums up to every comic that tackles the multiverse, where people from another dimension are just trying to save their own dimension, even if it means destroying others. Just be glad that Darkseid didn't put the Vanguard cast into the absolute universe. We are also introduced to two new characters, with one of them being Kanami's twin sister Kurumi, who was Hikaru's roommate during the time she was hospitalized. Funny enough, her voice actor, Ikumi Hasegawa, isn't from Bang Dream for once, and is from Bocchi the Rock instead. Bushiroad just can't escape using voice actors from girl band anime. As for the new male character, we get a new hothead named Ryuga Fushimi who hates Akina because reasons. And he will be voiced by none other than the great explosive murder god Dynamite himself, Nobuhiko Okamoto. With Japan recently had the Freerun collab in Vanguard, and both voice actors also voices Yubel and Himmel respectively. This seems like this was all planned to make them more popular, as the next season of Freerun also airs starting next year. Both characters' decks have not been revealed, but if I was a guessing man, Kurumi will be using Keta Sanctuary, seeing as she has connections with Akina and Hikari, whereas Ryuga just screams Dragon Empire. Here are Megumi and Masanori's new look for the season. It's kind of crazy how they actually look more on point with their character traits compared to the original. Megumi already goes to an all-girls school just like Lyrical Monasteria, while Masanori fits better as a mad scientist than a weird Buddhist priest that somehow has access to a studio and filming equipment. For the people who can't stop playing Dear Days 2 because they don't want to lose their $70, get ready for rank to be filled with Bad Sagra, as DZBT07 DLC will be available next month. Is I would say, but Bushiroad actually implemented the most recent ban list to the game. Why the fuck are they so proactive in a dead video game, and yet is totally hands off with the actual card game's balance? And of course, it's not a Dear Days 2 update without making you want to spend extra on PNG files with sound. Time to get hands on with some new silhouette cards. Masterful mechanic Adis, when placed on rear guard, lets you add up to one order card that isn't a Regalis piece from the top 5 cards of your deck. Then you can pay 3 energy. If you added a card with this ability, you put 1 card in hand into your soul instead. If you did not pay 3 energy, and once per turn while on rear guard, you can pay 1 counter blast to call Armed Arms card in your drop zone. Brandgate is indeed Bushiroad's favorite child next to Lyrical Monasteria. They made the first ability too generic that this card will be in every Brandgate deck that can spare a slot. Soul charging a card in hand if you don't want to pay energy is like threatening Brandgate players with a good time. Armed Arms Strong Left, while on Vanguard or rear guard, lets you pay 1 counter blast when it attacks, and you have a silhouette Vanguard to either draw a card or look at the top 3 cards of your deck, then add up to one of them to your hand. Put another into your soul, and putting the rest to the bottom of your deck. If Armed Arms Strong Left and Armed Arms Strong Right are attached to this unit, and when this card intercepts, it gets 5k shields if you have a grade 3 or higher silhouette Vanguard. This certainly is a strong upgrade from the original that only draws a card. Armed Arms Strong Right while on Vanguard gets an extra crit if Armed Arms Strong Left and Armed Arms Strong Right are attached to this unit. While on Vanguard or rear guard, it gets 5k power when it attacks while you have a silhouette Vanguard. Then you can pay 1 counter blast to retire an opponent's rear guard. And when this card intercepts, it gets 5k shields if you have a grade 3 or higher silhouette Vanguard. I think we are heading towards over 2 levels. The left arm could already intercept for 10k shields. Making both arms be 20k shields in total is kind of absurd, especially when the deck is known for reviving the arms. Grand Arms Silhouette once per turn while on Vanguard lets you pay 1 Machinery's Factory Soul Blast if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or higher to get a continuous ability that gives all your Armed Arms units 5k power. Once per turn while on Vanguard, you can pay 1 Soul Blast at the beginning of your attack step to attach up to 2 of your Armed Arms rear guards with different names to this unit. And while on Vanguard, move up to 1 of your units attached to this unit to a rear guard in stand. At the end of the battle this unit attacked. So basically the original silhouette, but with the added ability of giving your arms 5k power. Caesar silhouette will be getting an errata, where it can work with Grand Arms silhouette, instead of just using one of the various filler slot in the set to either give the deck a new grade 2 ride line, or reprint it with the updated text. No, more cards with good artwork and bad affected is then. And of course this card will be getting a special rarity, just so the 4 players who play this deck feel validated on their purchase, while being destroyed by Heartlaru and Virgila. Speaking of card art that aligns, Brawlers are coming back as an encounter deck. Whether this is a Legion deck or not has yet to be determined. Maybe now I can get my hopes up on Bluish Flames returning as well. And that concludes this Vanguard news without the bullshit. Special thanks to my Patreon members for continuing to support my content creation. Be sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments if Brandgate is the real nation that actually never gets fucking punished.